So you decide to visit a track you haven't driven on in a while. What do you expect? I don't know, maybe someone spinning out? A faulty cart? Cheaters? Well, everything I just mentioned happened in this video. I don't know what else I'm supposed to say here, but let's get into the video. So here the lights go green and I catch up these two people battling right here. And I get side by side with one of them. But the guy with the blue rib protector is blocking me so I can't overtake him. But then I manage to overtake both of them at the same time. But then I catch up to this guy and he has an inside line so I easily overtake him on the outside. Because the line I'm taking right now is the racing line and it's the best one for this track. And shortly after I catch up to this group of people right here and I go for the inside hoping I can overtake the guy on the outside. But the guy on the outside has the inside right now so I can't overtake him. But a few moments later we get to this apex right here and one of them spins out causing a yellow flag. Luckily there wasn't a crash right here. But then I catch out these two guys right here and I managed to overtake one of them on the inside because the guy in the blue rib protector is holding him back. But then the guy in the blue rib protector slows down a lot on this bit and I hit him by accident because I did not expect him to go this slow on this bit. But when we get to the straight I go for the inside and overtake him quite easily. But then I catch up to this group of people right here and I get side by side with one of them but he overtakes me back. But after that I go for the inside and the guy in front of me brakes a lot and that causes me to go into the barrier. And after that incident my brake just moves and I can't reach it that good. So that causes me to go slower because I cannot reach my brakes so good. And because of that I decide to go to the pits. Luckily this is not a race because if that happened in a race I would have lost a lot of positions. But when I went out of the pits someone has spun into the apex causing a yellow flag. Hopefully he's fine. And a lap later I catch up to these two guys battling right here and one of them sharply brakes. And that causes the guy behind him to sharply brake as well and that means I get a free overtake on the outside. But when we get to a straight right here I decide to try to get a switchback right here. But it kinda works but he still has the inside but I still managed to overtake him on the outside somehow. So now I have no one in front of me so now I can try to get some good lap times. But a few seconds later I catch up to this group of people right here and I get side by side with one of them. But I couldn't overtake him because the guy in the blue rib protector was holding both of us back. But then the session goes yellow and the guy who was side by side with me barges through and overtakes all of us. Please bear in mind this was a yellow flag. As you see in the video I was not happy with this. If you're ever on a public session do not do this, you're risking yourself getting banned. But when the lights go green I go for the inside of the guy in the blue rib protector and I manage to overtake him on the inside. But after that I catch up to this guy and he's warming up his tires for some reason so I go for the outside and manage to overtake him. I have no idea why he's doing this. Maybe he saw me doing it at the start and he's just wanting to do it right now. Who knows. But a few seconds later I catch up to this guy which has spun out and I managed to overtake him quite easily because he's just stopped on the track. And after that the session gets a checkered flag and the session is green for some reason so I managed to overtake this guy on the outside quite easily. And that's the end of session 1. It was a pretty interesting session with some bad drivers but let's get into session 2. So here the lights go green and I catch up to these people battling right here and I decide to go for the inside right here and I managed to overtake both of them. I don't know how I managed to do this, but I got 2 overtakes on that one apex. But a few seconds later, someone decides to go for a dive bomb and manages to overtake me on the inside. Fair play to him, he got the overtake. And after that, we catch up to this group of people right here, and one of them gets side by side with me, but the guy in front of him slows down a lot, so that means I overtake both of them on the outside. But then I catch up to this guy, which is holding me back a lot, so the guy behind me manages to overtake both of us on the outside. But I decide to go for the inside right here, and I managed to overtake the guy which was holding me back on the outside. At least I got 1 overtake. But then I catch up to this guy and I go for the inside and I manage to pull a switchback on him. And after that I catch up to this guy and I get the inside on him, but shortly after that turns into the outside so I don't manage to get the overtake. But when we get to this apex I manage to get the inside on this guy and I manage to overtake him. And a few seconds later I catch up to this large group of people right here and one of them has spun out. And for some reason someone decided to overtake everyone on the yellows. I'm guessing that's the same guy that overtook me on the yellows last session. I wonder if he listened to the briefing or he just didn't care. Who knows? Hopefully he got told off by the marshals because no one likes a cheater in their session. And after that I catch up to these guys and one of them has spun out, and because of that the session got red flagged. Hopefully no one got hurt. But when the lights go green I catch up to this guy and I go for the inside right here and I manage to overtake him, but he is still side by side with me, but I still have the inside so I overtake him quite easily. And after that I catch up to this group of people right here and one of them messes up their entry so I overtake him on the outside quite easily. But then I catch up to this guy and he has went wide so I managed to overtake him on the inside. But then I catch up to this guy in the blue rib protector and he's going really slow so I kinda hit him by accident. But when we get to a straight right here I managed to overtake him on the outside quite easily. And that's the end of session 2. Well, this video was quite interesting. There's quite a lot of things happening, like someone cheating, some crashes, and a lot of overtakes. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, it will help a lot. The lap times are in the description.